What's up, Tube? Welcome back to Guido's Chop Shop, the second best gel blaster channel on the tubes. And tonight I've got a product from nfstrike.com, and it is one of the flashing tracer unit devices. It's from T238, which is a company that's, I don't know the history of T238, but I know they do a lot of fire control units, MOSFETs, and they were also behind a lot of the spring grenade type devices as well. This is a flasher unit that is a tracer as well. So basically, let me grab all the little bits out of the box. Basically it is, it'll light up your glow gels, but it can also make like a simulated muzzle flash out the end as well here. So I don't know, tonight I'm going to be having a look at it and having a go. And first of all, let's have a look at the device sort of up close. It's pretty simple looking. It is a nice machined aluminium with an anodized finish. On the end here, you can see there is 3 LEDs in the end there, and there is also some slots here where those LEDs are. So I guess from the side you would get some flash out the side as well. And it's got a USB cable, which would be for charging the device. And if you unscrew the base of it, there we go, here it is in here. And I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with how neat that is. Got a nice little LiPo in there. Got your circuit control boards in here. You've got LEDs, infrared LEDs. I think they're infrared? Or UV. I think they're UV, sorry, not infrared. They're UV LEDs top and bottom. And then you've got some orange ones on the end here. There is USB port in the front here to charge it up. Let's do that. Let's charge it up. I'm going to use a longer one actually, because I don't have a port real close to me at the moment, and this one is too short to reach my port. Alright, so I've got a cable here. Plugs in there, and then you can see there's a little red LED which lights up inside there to let you know that the device is charging. I'm going to leave that there for a little while, let it charge up, and then we'll come back, see when it's charged. Alright, we should be good to go on this one now. Worth noting, there is a clear plastic tube down the center of this. I've had, I can't remember, a lighter C or something in the past, and it didn't have this plastic tube. And one of the kind of unavoidable side effects of gel blasters is that you do sometimes spray a little bit of water out of the end, and of course having circuit boards and electricity and stuff down here and spraying water out the end just doesn't really work well for them, and so mine inevitably broke. So if you don't have this little plastic clear tube here, you're kind of going to have a bad day. But generally speaking, when you got the plastic tube there, that should protect your electronics from any unnecessary water spray. Now there's a little button just in here, and when you press that, that should turn it on, and you just saw everything sort of flash when it turned on. And the way that this works, there is actually a beam just here. Not sure if you can see this, but there's 4 LEDs here. These three here are the ultraviolet LEDs that light up the gel, and then this one here is a receiver, and on the other side is a transmitter, which is a beam, an invisible beam that detects when the gel enters. So if I was to put this USB cable down the end of it, when I break that beam right now, no. Oh, there we go. I wasn't doing it fast enough. Okay, right, okay, that's cool. So there is there 2 beams or just the one? I can only see one. It could be 2. It seemed like it might have been an earlier one. Either way, when something goes through that beam fast enough, it sets off the flash. So as you drop your gel, or not drop, but as the gel gets fired down the tube, it should light it up, and then when it comes out the other end, it'll be glowing like that. So if I shake that back and forth in there a bit, make it really light up, you can see, I don't know that you can actually see that it's glowing because of the light in my workshop right now, but that does light them up and they do glow quite bright. Alright, the other thing is, you'll see the LEDs at the front there. They flash an orange flash when the gel goes through. So that'll be your simulating your muzzle flash. Come on, drop through. There we go. So the orange lights there simulate the muzzle flash. So you got 6 LEDs lighting the lighting the gel, and then 3 up the front simulating your muzzle flash. Now, is this a necessary thing? No, of course not. It's not necessary. It's all for a bit of fun. Like, I think a lot of people might think, why do I want this? Why do I need this? I don't really like tracers. Well, you know, if you don't like it, it's not the product for you. But if you do want to have a bit of fun, have some glowy traceables, and I can tell you at night, tracers are so much fun. Do you want the muzzle flash? Maybe not. Maybe you don't want the muzzle flash. Maybe you don't want it to be giving your position away. Well, if you didn't want it to be giving your position away, you probably wouldn't be using tracers in the first place. But you can, I think, press the button again, and then I think just the tracers will flash. So you can see only the UV lights are lighting up. The muzzle flash simulators are not lighting up in that circumstance. I think you could probably have it the other way as well. Yep, okay, so I've pressed it again and only the muzzle flash LEDs are lighting up, and you know, vice versa. You can see, oh, that was cool, as the gel bounced in there. I should have been doing that all along. Yeah, so only the muzzle flash ones light up then. I think if you press it again, it turns it off. So that should be, yeah, now it's off, and it won't be doing anything. So there you go. If you were thinking that, you know, you kind of might want to use this, but there might be a situation where you want to go stealth and you want to turn off your tracers or your flash, you can do that. It's just simple press of the button, no problems. Now, the real question is, how does it look at night on a blaster? Now, it comes with a 14mm a reverse, I guess that's a reverse thread adapter. This is an interesting thing. I've never seen this particular style of attachment, it's got like basically like a thread protector, which then fits into the end of it, and then there's a grub screw here. So you basically put that on your reverse counterclockwise 14mm thread, and then you put it in there, and then you can line this up whichever way you want and put the grub screw in to hold it, which that's kind of cool. I mean, it means you can orientate it whichever way you want this to be and wherever you want the button to be before you tighten the grub screw, and that way it'll sit in exactly the right spot that you want it to be. It does look quite cool. Probably a little large for a pistol, but probably just the right size for a rifle blaster. Now, I don't know that you could have a hop-up and this on at the same time. That might be an interesting situation, because unless you have a really slimline hop-up, that, yeah, I don't know how you do that. Or maybe a Muzzle Tech. If you've got the Muzzle Tech hop-up, you might be able to squeeze this on the end with the adapter. That might be the only way you can do that. But I've talked long enough. Let's see what this thing looks like in the dark with some glows. I think we can all appreciate that looks pretty cool, and this does look quite at home on my blaster here. It suits it perfectly, actually. I really like it. At first I wasn't sure if I'd like it, and as soon as I saw it on, I'm like, yeah, that's really cool looking. I really do like that. I don't think you can fully appreciate how cool this looks in the dark. Like, the camera doesn't pick it up, but just to try and bring it to you, I'm gonna give you a full auto burst in the dark. Check this out. Yeah, I still don't know if you can fully appreciate how cool that looks until you see it in person. And again, if you are worried about the flash bit at the end, you can have just the internal one, or you can have vice versa, depending on what game you're playing and how you want to play it. I understand it's not necessarily for everyone, but if it's not for you, you don't have to get it. But if you do want to get one, I'll leave the link down in the description to where you can get one from NF Strike. And don't forget, you can hit me up on Facebook, purchase a patch from me. That goes to supporting my channel. Also, if you just wanted to buy me a coffee, you can do that in the link down below as well. Thanks for watching. This video's been pretty fun to make. I enjoyed the little blats in the dark with the tracer on. It's quite fun. Alright, thanks for watching. Peace.